this last weekend?
Some good and some bad. Obviously, starting off the year knocking off a ranked opponent at their home when they never lose at home was huge for us. I think it kind of showed our guys how good we can be, how talented we are, especially after losing to Illinois State the way that we did in our exhibition. I think it was kind of one of those, hey, like we got it figured out. So that was, kind of the highs of all the highs. And then coming back the next day and losing to Cedarville hurt because I think we knew how hard it was going to be to win 2 in a row and to be mentally locked in and to be able to just finish the weekend and come home 2-0. And some shots didn't fall, and take credit to Brandon Malmer from Cedarville. He hit some incredibly tough shots down the stretch, and so that was kind of the low point. And so it was just one of those things where there were a lot of good things to take away from it, but also at the same point it was a little disappointing to come home 1-1.
What did you do that maybe you can improve on?
As far as our team or myself?
Yeah. Your team.
I think that we need to shoot the basketball better. I mean, at the end of the day, basketball is about making shots, and we had a lot of really good opportunities, especially the second day, to put the team away and to get ahead and stay ahead. And we couldn't get the ball in the basket. And I think that their 2-3 zone really hurt us, and we got in our own heads, and we didn't shoot well pretty much the whole weekend from 3. And I think my biggest takeaway is we've got to have guys step up and make shots. And then the other thing is we need to finish around the basket. We just missed a ton of layups, a lot of open ones that need to go in to beat good teams. And then, just be more together. We had more turnovers on Saturday than we did on Friday. I think we finished with 15 or 16, and honestly, that's just too many to beat good teams. So value the basketball. And, I mean, it's obviously easy to say on the spot, but we need to make more shots.
The road trip continues. Seemingly endless road trip. Grand Valley State. Always a tough team.
Yeah. I told the guys when we got back at 3:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, I said, you can't get comfortable and you can't sulk and hang your head and feel bad for yourself because we're turning around on Wednesday and we're doing the exact same thing again. Grand Valley, incredibly tough team playing at their place. They've got a really good player in Jake Van Tubergen, and they've got a bunch of D1 transfers, so they're going to be talented, they're going to be big, they're going to be athletic. So we've got to, be ready to battle again. And then, we turn around on Saturday and play Davenport, who's ranked top 25 in the country, has already played against a couple teams that we play in our league, and they're good too. So I told our guys, the thing's not going to stop rolling, so we can't hang our heads. We can't, rest on, hey, well, we beat Findlay, because it's going to keep going, and we've got to continue to get better and better.
BT just keeps rolling, doesn't he?
He's a dude, man. I mean, I've played at Iowa State. I've seen a lot of really, really good basketball players in my life, and he's a stud. Just some of the things that he does, his ability to make shots, finish around the basket, and honestly, I was hoping that he would be this way, but he is playing like a senior that does not want to end his career without making it to a tournament. Those first 2 games, he was really impressive. His big thing is he has to stay out of foul trouble. He is so good defensively and so long that he gets himself in trouble trying to make plays, and it really hurt the last 12 minutes of the first half not having him against Cedarville, and I think we probably could have went in at halftime ahead instead of behind, but he's incredible. I love watching him play.
And people really don't realize, as good as he is offensively, he's just as good defensively.
He is a stud. The kid can guard. I mean, we put him on their best player down the stretch when we need to. He can get stops. He's great off basketball. He can rebound. He blocks shots. I think every single year he's averaged close to 2 block shots a game, which is insane for a wing or a guard. I mean, he gets steals probably 2, 3, maybe 4 a game. He's really, really impressive on the defensive end. I think sometimes people just think he's a highlight reel offensively, but he's tough defensively too.
With your other players needing to step up, maybe where they didn't on Saturday, they just have to relax.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of it. It's hard because we have a lot of guys that are in roles that they're not used to being in. We've kind of talked about this a little bit, but I mean, Hunter Straight's starting for the first time in his life. He hasn't really had a green light before in college. Luke Terhark is, a transfer from Wayne State that was more of kind of a point guard when he was there, and now he's being asked to be in a different role of being kind of a catch-and-shoot guy, and he hasn't played, 15, 20, 25 minutes in a college game probably ever, so it's a new role for him. Mark Rogers had to step up because Cade was gone. Alex McQuinn is playing his first real basketball. I think his parents said in like 608 days or something like that since he got hurt. So we just have a lot of guys that are trying to figure out their role. And honestly, that's why it's not necessarily the end-all be-all to be ready for the conference tournament in November. So we've got a lot of time. I'm hoping that this weekend kind of opened up our eyes to not necessarily, hey, you need to relax and make more shots, but we need to understand to value every possession. Some of the things that we can control, following scouting reports, contesting shots, some of those things that we do on a daily basis in practice. And you can sit there and look at the field goal percentages and say, hey, you didn't shoot well enough to win the game. You shot 33%, but if we did some of the little things and didn't give up some of the baskets that we did to them or make some of the ones that we should be making, maybe we don't put ourselves in that position. So I think the big takeaway is we need to value every possession more than we did.
And that's why when you guys are at practice, you go, you stop and you go, you should have been here. You should have came over here. And over and over and over again, and they look like, yeah, we know. But game time, there's no time to, you just have to react and know where you have to be. And if you're not, they get an easy two.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I've spent a ton of time really trying to get our guys to understand is we watch a ton of film. I find myself being kind of a broken record player saying the same things over and over. And sometimes the only way for guys to get it is to lose, and to lose a close game and to feel that feeling of agony of I can't believe we just lost to that team, and then go back and see, BT, this is the reason why you can't try and steal that basketball in that possession because now you sit out for 12 minutes instead of getting to play 14 minutes in the first half. Guys, we talk about contesting shots every single day and how important it is. And the 3 times that you don't contest the shot, they hit 3 threes, there's 9 points, and you lose by 10. So, hopefully we can stop learning by defeat and stop learning by, losing basketball games and just really understand how to value things. But we're getting there. I mean, that's what coaching is about. It's about teaching and teaching and over-teaching and teaching again. And so I'm just hoping that by the time that we get to conference play that we're really ready to go.